My big question is, how come the Viltrox K60 RGB light stick is way cheaper, more than half the price from other brands? Did they cheap out on the build quality? Well, let's start with that.
It's inevitable talking about the K60 without talking about the K21. Now, the K21 is roughly half size, half the power, half the weight, which is a surprise that it doesn't have magnets. It's cheaper than the K21. What? But I imagine that it doesn't have any magnets, it's a little bit more heavy, just to hold 1/4 screws on each side, and there is none in the middle. How unbalanced is this? That I think it's why it's a little bit heavy, so I can use the handle and hold it like this without actually breaking, because if we look at this screw, tiny like that, if it holds, probably will make some thrusters. Yours truly is not doing some thrusters today. Let's press record and let's see pointing the light on the top.
So for me, good enough build quality. Now Paula is warmer and a little bit brighter than the rest of the gym. That's a really good smooth separation from the background. Let's make things harder, using a smartphone and backlighted.
Renat will do some, how do you call that in English? Inclined chest. So we're gonna film as they usually do with ambient lights. Now I'm gonna turn on the light and let's see if there is any difference.
Well then, ignoring that my very expensive smartphone doesn't film in PAL, you can see, especially on the sky, that we have increased the dynamic range on my smartphone. We see that 20 watts and 1950 lumens are powerful enough to fill backlighted situations, but powerful enough to change the color of the entire gym? No, of course not. But yes! Well, subscribe if you want to see that tutorial, okay? I am working on it. The Viltrox K60 have a white balance between 2500K and 8500K. Well, it's also RGB, that means that you can create a bunch of colors, and it has 26 light effects. That means there is a lot of things to control on the back screen. But fortunately, it has an app, and this app is amazing. Now, I want to do a dedicated video about that. Let's just glance over of the abilities of using this app with other lights. Now, it's already long enough to turn them all on. Imagine control them all one by one. With this app, controlling them is a breeze.
The puppy today that we are reviewing is in group A, S5 are in group B, the K21 group C. I can, on the app, control each. And the cool thing is that all this configuration was made yesterday before I even came here to film. Just make presets, come here and boom, that start working. Last minute change, Paula asked to not have blue but pink. I think it is. How cool is that?
Now, do you want to save some batteries during breaks? One single button and put all the lights on standby. Viltrox says that it can run from 1.5 hours in full blast. But here I use it for 5 hours in different settings and power situations, and no problem. Now, does it have a good diffusion? If it had some hotspots on light painting?
Yours truly is a Jedi Master, if you don't know.
So let's do light painting. And no, it has a really good diffusion.
Honestly, I don't believe this is the kit to get. I really prefer to get the package of two. So you have two lights like these, and it has a grid. The grid will help you a lot, direct the light even better than just this 180 degrees light. And you have a rigid package. If you are a guy like me that just pick up your stuff and throw it in the back of your car, yeah, a hard case for a light like this is excellent. If you want to see the review of the K21, I leave it here. Also the S5, so have some fun.